One of the most important aspects of buying a house is making sure you're getting it insured through a title company, and then with that insurance protecting one of the biggest investments you'll make in your life. In this video, I'm going to break down the process of obtaining and purchasing title insurance through a title company. All right, this is Michael from WG Title in McKinney, Texas, and we're gonna discuss obtaining title insurance. All right, so the typical way somebody would purchase property would be through a contract with a new builder or a resale home using a realtor or a builder's representative to purchase the property. What happens is once that contract is executed, it is delivered to the title company, typically with earnest money, maybe an option fee, and this starts us in engaging the search for the title on the property. What we'll do is we'll send that information over to our title examination department for them to research title. From there, they're gonna go back to records, far back as the 1850s sometimes, to figure out what's the chain of title from sovereignty from the state of Texas. While doing so, they're going to look for easements, restrictions, encumbrances, and other items on title, not to mention liens, defects in title, and other issues that might arise through ownership throughout the years. Once that information is complete, they will draft what's called a title commitment and send it over to the escrow side of the title company, along with all the backup information that's provided in the title commitment. These are things like easements, restrictions, liens, anything that affects title that we've referenced in the commitment, you will get a copy of for review. When buying property, it's important to review the commitment. You don't have to go over it bit by bit and read every single line, but you should pay attention to the pertinent details, as in how are we going to vest your name on Schedule A? What's the legal description for the property? Is it right? Are the sellers listed or the owners who are currently in title who you expect them to be? On Schedule B, you're gonna notice things like restrictions, easements, construction agreements, and anything on the land that we're going to take exception to in the title commitment. In other words, we're not going to insure these items on your policy. They're accepted to and not insured. On Schedule C of the commitment, we look at things that we need to clear before we can close. Paying off existing liens, maybe settling or refiling deeds or mistakes in the past that need to be corrected, we'll take care of before it's time to close. These items typically fall on the seller, as it's their items to cure before they can pass clean title onto the purchasers. Other items you might find on Schedule C is a chain of title, or the last deed filed within 24 months, or the last deed filed in general. This lets you know the last conveyance that happened and exactly what it looked like. Schedule D is going to show you the split of the money for the cost of the policies. This is typically going to an underwriter, an agent, and maybe somebody that provided title evidence. This is really just a disclosure for you to know who's getting a piece of the pie. Once the commitment is sent out to the buyers, we also send it to the sellers so they can see if there's any problems on their end. We'll also send it to any lenders involved and also agents and realtors involved so they can get a copy for their file as well. From there, your lender's gonna process the loan and move towards funding. If you're paying cash, of course, a lender won't apply and will move directly to closing once everybody's ready. Once you sign all the closing documents, we send a sample to the lender for funding approval. Once we get the green light and you're funded, we can officially move to issuing the policy. Policy typically follows a few days to a week later after closing, as we have to wait for the original recorded documents to be returned with the information of recording on them. And then we will draw up, review, and then issue the policy, mailing them out to the applicable parties. And it's that easy. You just bought title insurance to protect you, your investment, and your legacy. If you found this informative, or if you have any other questions, please reach out to us with the links below. We're always here to help and help you understand title insurance. If you found this video useful and informative, please like and subscribe. Also, please keep following and watching out for more content coming from WG Title.